Okay, now we're live. Okay, oh, there we go. All right.
Now we're
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first from Parts Unknown, here we have Deacon Sizzle Nipples. And he is here with the one and only, the very lovely
Ash.
Ash the Oracle. I-
Would be dark and lovely.
what happened?
Dirty Birdie.
I was going for Messy Jessie, but okay.
Messy Jessie. And I'm here with our very own secret agent.
Dirty Birdie.
All right, guys, and today we have an awesome episode. We have a very special guest. We have, can I call you Static?
You can call me whatever you'd like, brother.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I was waiting for that.
I could afford to lose a few pounds, to be honest. So yeah, I mean that's valid.
Nah, brother, you look good. All right, here we have Static from Static Voices. So, anyway, so today we got a really good episode. We're going to be discussing something that a lot of people, I would almost said make careers out of, but, you know, it could make your career, or you could be just by accident recording one day, like, you know, just sending something like a dirty message to somebody, and they get it, and they're like, who's in the room with you? And they're like, what the hell is going on? And then you listen back and it's you saying something like, oh yeah. And then you hear somebody in the background go, hello. And it's like, oh, no one's here, I swear.
Looking for...
Yeah. And it's an EVP. So, Mr. Static, what do you know about EVP, sir?
So EVPs, they're basically audio imprints that are captured during recording sessions. They date back to the time when the phonograph was invented, you know, one of the first ever recording devices, and they become very popular over the years. A lot of people, you know, they catch them on digital more than they do actual tape style recorders. I happen to use both, and so, you know, they're very interesting because realistically we don't know what kind of frequency, if you're talking to a spirit or whatever, what kind of frequency does it take to interfere with the recording device to make your voice imprint.
You know what's interesting is you have a lot of people out there that say shit like, I'm an EVP expert, but I believe there's no such thing as an EVP expert because you can't really be an expert in this field.
I stray away from the term expert specifically because of the fact that in the paranormal you cannot take it and put into a scientifically controlled environment, right? So until you can take it and put it into a scientifically controlled environment with a hypothesis and have a test, or you know, you have your test and you have your control, right? And if you cannot sit there and repeatedly get accurate results on a repeated method, then you're looking at basically a pseudoscience, to be honest. So for me, EVP, is it interesting? Yes. Are we really hearing voices though, or are they mechanical malfunctions within the recorder themselves that are causing audio pareidolia?
Yeah,
That's a good point.
damn.
Yeah.
A controlled test, the scientific method, or Peter Higgs, you know, right?
Yep. The
Control,
if-then
repeat.
method.
Yeah.
If I do
All
this,
right.
then this will happen.
Yeah. I would pretend to be an expert, even though I'm not. I'd be like, guys, I'm an EVP expert, and the only time I can get an EVP is if I zip down my pants. And they're like, what the hell? Like, trust the method.
Yes.
No.
That's probably why people would not believe you, though. So you may want to rethink your method.
Let me tell you, Deacon, like I have been on so many podcasts where I've been introduced as a paranormal expert, and I have straight told them, do not call me a paranormal expert, call me a paranormal investigator, please.
Ooh. That's like, dude, can you imagine if you went somewhere and then the ghost was heckling you, or the voice was heckling you? Like, you get the guys from Ghost Adventure, you know, and then they're all out there, you know, you have
Oh my
Zach
God.
Baggins. It's like, hello, is it hello, bro? Is anybody here? is anybody here? And he like goes and he repeats it. You know, like, is anybody here? They'll be like,
Yeah, so
look, everybody, it's Nutsack Baggins.
here's the
I
thing.
love
Like,
that too much.
when Ghost Adventures first came out, right, and they had Nick Groff on the team, I respect Nick
When I was
Groff to
young.
the highest amount, right? When
Same.
Me
Nick
too.
Groff left the team, the show went downhill. It became nothing but a circus for ratings, is what it became. Every episode, Zach is getting possessed or touched, or you remember that weird episode
Demons.
where he tried to
There are
sleep with the
demons
spirit
everywhere.
on Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna
There were
see if
demons
I can get her.
everywhere.
He
So-
climbed in the bed, didn't he?
Yeah,
And he was like,
did.
Yes.
it's like, I'm gonna see if I can get
Somebody's touching me,
herpes.
bro.
You know, and he laid
And I'd also like
Aaron.
to point out that when they went to the Ancient Land Inn, he was the one who climbed in the bed that happened to be, quote unquote, the guy got visited by an incubus, which is a male spirit. So what does that say?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes, because you have your incubus and your
I mean-
succubus.
I would have went for the bed for the succubus personally.
I
Yes, your face right there. You're like,
I think I would have gone to the bed where Aaron was at. He looks like he has very soft hands,
really?
Oh God.
He's got a bald head. It's okay.
and he's also supple like a woman. Anyways,
You know what?
um,
She said bald head. Maybe that's why my camera's not working because, well, the light off my ring light might blind y'all.
oh geez, let's not do that.
You
So-
know, you can always get a marker and just paint something.
Yeah. Take a Sharpie.
fine.
Do an outline.
I don't.
That's dishonest.
I mean, yeah, it is. It is. And no, I can grow hair. Unlike my brother, I can grow hair. I just keep mine short because I choose to.
Yeah, that's the best. It's nice. Birdie, do you have any audio for us? Like, so we can.
I do. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, we're getting personal on Dirty's computer. Oh,
no.
Dirty.
So
Okay, guys.
So before we go into the actual audio clips, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
brother.
So Birdie, it's going to be very difficult for me to assess exactly what's being saying without having the actual audio clip for me to run through my audio analyzer. Okay, so I may not hear what you're hearing, but that doesn't mean that the EVP is not there or it's not, legit. I can only assess what I hear through the audio of the phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love EVPs. Okay, here we go.
So this is from our own paranormal team here in Pocatello, from Pocatello Paranormal, about 10 years ago. And
Pocatello Paranormal. I think y'all follow me on Facebook, Twitter, fucking TikTok.
Yeah,
yeah, one
dude,
of those.
I went
Yes.
I got so many social media platforms. It's fucking crazy.
yeah,
It's hard
dude.
to keep track.
All right. So here we go.
All right, let's fast forward a little bit to the audio. It looks like
All right.
before it starts off like an old Starsky and Hutch episode. You know.
Trying to find it.
Nah, it's cool, but this is reality, guys. This is live.
Dun dun.
Spirit box.
Oh, geez, there we go. Okay, we missed it. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Set it off in gates. Set it off in gates.
Is that walking around? Is that what it said? Okay, yeah. You know that's crazy because sometimes, what is that called when you have a recording or you have something where a long time ago, many moons ago, I used to have this show and people used to send in emails And people sent in an email saying that at 2 a.m. every day, it sounded like someone opened the front door, and then they would slam it shut. You know,
Residual
and the first
haunting.
time, yes, residual haunting.
So,
What do they call it? The
Did not
stone.
know that.
So it could be called residual haunting, but there's also another name for it, which is SSP, which is known as spontaneous sound
Oh.
phenomenon.
I like that better.
Oh, yeah, it sounds cooler.
Yeah.
It should be like the name of a band.
All right.
You already have a band name. You can't change it.
Oh yeah, I have a band. It's called
Copyrighted.
Refried Dreams.
I wonder what Refried Dreams would say.
If they were dead?
Yeah.
It would say, I don't know, maybe something like, "Don't trip over my dick." Anyways,
Okay, so hang on. Quick question for Birdie here.
Yes, sir.
So I'm hearing on the audio, I'm hearing like little blips and bloops and stuff, as though the audio on this is enhanced, correct?
Not sure.
Because I'm hearing what sounds like enhanced audio to me, like as far as they took it up and they normalized it and then lowered the actual how can I say it? It's a noise cleanup is what I call it. It's basically where they up the audio, but they download the background noise, and it causes these weird little audio blips that you hear, where it's kind of like a spike, a really quick spike in audio. That's what I'm hearing here. So I assume these have been cleaned up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm hearing what you guys are putting out, but I want to make sure that the audio, I'm one of those ones I would prefer to hear the raw audio for myself, but a clean version is not all that bad. It's just when you clean up audio, you have to take into the plausibility of manipulation. I'm not saying that's going on here, obviously, because you guys have from what I've seen, have put out very decent stuff. So I just wasn't sure if it had been cleaned up or not as far as doing audio editor.
I think it was cleaned up because this investigation was on a very busy road.
Okay.
So, yeah, you got cars going back and forth and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's been cleaned up.
Okay, no, that makes complete sense. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, those, man, it's just one of those things where you get like you play an EVP, and then there's like, I hear a car sound and it's in the background, and then like there's no roads where we were, that could also be like residual, right?
Yeah,
but
it could be.
But it's mechanical. So part of me is like, wait a minute, how's that? Because you also hear ghost trains, like there's audio of people capturing ghost trains. It's like, what's being recorded there? Is it maybe the energy of something that happened at some point in that area and it captured the sound of everything that was going on at that time, or the spirit of a conductor? I don't know. That's just one of those things I've always wondered, is when you have like, this is the sound of a ghost train and you can see the train or you can just hear it, and you're like, how the hell is there audio of a train if it's something mechanical,
Well,
Yeah,
you got to think about it like this. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, man.
Oh, you got to think about it like this. How can you hear the audio of a train or something like that, right? You need to think of the stone tape theory, okay? So how many people rode that train on the way to, say, maybe a funeral, or to go and see a wedding, or to go to a birthday party, if that was, a thing back in the day, or whatever the age of the train may be? Similar to a mirror or a house, there is no reason that a train could not absorb the energy that a house would, right? So in theory, would you not be able to hear a train with all of the emotions that have been input into that environment over the time the train had traveled the tracks?
Yeah, that's the same thing with the door opening and closing.
Yes.
Actually, many years ago, it was actually the Pocatello team, SOS, is talking about how it could be one of those things where this person got home from work at this time, and maybe it was a very stressful job and they carried so much heavy energy at this time because they just got home and just like either were pissed off or excited to be home. So when they pass, that energy is still there, and It's the energy of them coming into the door and then shutting it. You know, that's my impression of a door shutting. By the way, guy.
You know what? It sounded good enough to me.
Yeah.
See, I tricked him. I'm the sound effect guy. Anyway, you got another one for us, Birdie?
So yeah, that was my main question. I just wanted to make sure that I was hearing that correctly in my. I wanted to make sure it wasn't audio pareidolia through my phone. That I was actually ensuring that I was hearing what sounded like a cleaned up audio.
Yeah, there's still more of an investigation to go. So let's check that out.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
Exciting. I gotta unzip my pants.
Stop.
That was loud.
Oh boy. No, the audio was fun. Whoa.
Trippy. That sounds like somebody.
That's what I was thinking.
Slamming the door and then walking down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So
go ahead, brother.
You guys know what I do on TikTok, right? As far as debunking paranormal activity.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here because this is what I do. I'm not trying to make waves, but was there a camera in the position of that recorder so we can show that there was nobody in the room?
I don't know.
Because I'm gonna tell you that was loud.
That was really loud.
If that was paranormal phenomenon, then that place has a very high level of activity.
Yeah, where was this place? I kind of missed that.
It was, from what I understand, it was a lumber yard somewhere.
Yeah, those places are stressful, especially when people yell at you.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense as far as the noises we're hearing too, though. Also, in all honesty, it's one of those things where I can look at a black screen and I can hear the audio all day long. But if I can't see what the audio is recording to prove that there's no one there manipulating it, I'm always on the fence. And that's no offense to anybody.
No, play it again. Like, not if it's a lumber thing, let me hear it again.
No, because it sounded like a log dropping is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I almost said carrying lumber.
Cement.
All right.
That's right.
Okay.
Huh.
So I believe I know exactly what we're hearing there, actually. So for those of you who don't know, I work in bridge construction. I work in a shop that builds bridges. I hear a lot of strange noises all day long. What I hear there is lumber being dropped onto a conveyor and then going through, and you hear what sounds like a singular strike, right? And then you hear the log drop. It sounds like it's going through a log punch.
What I was gonna say is, it sounds like a log was dropped and then it was split, but not fully.
Yes.
Split at an angle. Yep.
So in a lumber yard, they either use one of two things. They use what's called, obviously, a circular saw or a log punch. So a log punch comes down at high pressure and it splits a part of the log, and it falls onto a trough for collection.
Interesting.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm hearing there. It sounds like you hear the log drop. You could almost hear the conveyor move. If he goes back and plays that one more time, it almost sounds you can hear the conveyor moving, and then you hear the punch.
Let's hear that again.
Yeah.
As soon as you hear the punch, you hear the log drop to the trough.
That sounds like the belt, like the latch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like the click of the latch. Okay, that's crazy.
conveyor.
Yeah.
Punch.
Oh, wild.
Punch. Boom.
And
And
the
then
log
it
dropping.
Yeah. Dropping
Oh,
like
I
this,
can
and then
totally
it
see
rolls.
it now.
Yeah. Play it again one more time. That's interesting.
There's a drop.
Do-
There's
The
a
latch.
conveyor. There's a punch.
There it is.
And there's a drop.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
So wild.
Now, the delay in the drop from the punch makes complete sense if they were splitting logs that still had the bark on them. Because
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't completely penetrate the inside portion of the bark that is the closest to the conveyor belt.
Yeah,
Wow.
and what there you could do one or two things, which lazy people do it that way, where they'll either repunch it, which you're not supposed to do because it's not going to absorb the full impact, so it can fly, this
Correct.
way, can hit the people, or you can attach a couple claws at the end, and that'll split it. But a lot of people don't like doing that because they got to walk over, put the hook, walk to the other side. So yeah. So it sounds like it hit, bark, absorbed a lot of that energy, didn't fully split, and instead just kind of like rocked there for a second. That's
I
cool.
concur.
Like I can go work in a mill now.
I concur with that 100%.
I find it wild that
Always flannel.
there's machinery still going and nobody's been operating it for years.
Yeah.
Well, it's once again, you have to relate that back to the stone teeth theory, because the people that ran these machines, that was their livelihood. They put all of their emotions into running that machine to be able to provide for their family.
Yeah, and it makes you strong too. So you're also
So-
amped up in them. Yeah.
Yeah, so
those-
there's nothing saying that machinery cannot absorb the same energy as, say, the wood from our houses or the grounds from a battlefield. They're still going to absorb that energy. So it would make complete sense, actually, because I investigated Sloss furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. And
I'm super jealous.
I heard residual sounds of machinery. Oh, it's an amazing location.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think they allow investigations anymore. But when I investigated that place, it was amazing. And I heard residual sounds there of the actual furnace running.
Oh wow.
Because you got to think, their average death rate was 2 people a day. Their actual slogan for the actual facility was, if you kill a man, we have to hire another one. If you kill a mule, we have to buy another one. So don't kill a mule because they cost $15.
It's the same thing with mining, if you really think about it.
It is.
The miners have that so much energy in those tunnels and in the rocks and in the formations, and it's the same way.
Damn.
They'd rather have a human die than their donkeys or the horses. So
my curiosity here would be, considering how clear that audio is, right? Was this facility built over an underlaid ground of limestone?
No.
It was not.
No.
Okay, good knowledge.
Yeah, it's all basically lava, rock, and basalt out here.
Okay, lava, rock, and basalt. Okay.
It's going back to what you were talking about, absorbing energy and all that kind of shit. There was a place in France that to this day you're still not allowed to go there because of World War I, about how many shells are out there and how many lives were lost, and you can step on a landmine actually, because a lot of those shells got lodged into the ground. So basically it's fenced off. You're not allowed to go there. And people investigate around that area because of all the stuff that went on there. And this guy took a souvenir, which you're not supposed to do. He traveled back to the United States and starts having horrible nightmares about, machine gun fire, gas, and all that kind of stuff. And finally, somebody that was like, well, what did you do? And he took a souvenir, and they said that when he took, I don't even remember what it was. It could have been something as dumb as a rock. When he took that,
though.
Yeah, he took something. So when he took it, they say that a lot of that energy he ended up taking it home with him. So while he was sleeping at night, he was basically that energy was kind of around the room, so he was kind of absorbing it and
Right.
infiltrating his dreams, and he's having these horrible nightmares, almost as if he's experiencing what they experienced. You know what I mean?
No, it makes complete sense. But you know what?
Oh,
it makes complete sense. But that energy doesn't only transition to places of war. There are people out there who take rocks home from Yellowstone. And they mail them back because when they bring rocks home from Yellowstone, they experience great misfortune.
People just need to leave shit alone.
Can you imagine taking a brick home from like an old Italian restaurant, and then you're having nightmares of some guy yelling at you like, "Hey, it's Pepe Seppi, put another
I may or may not have blood slides from a tuberculosis hospital, as well as some privacy glass from the men's epileptic ward in Medfield State Hospital.
And you have
We
not
may
sent
need to
anything
talk.
back?
No, he may or may not. He may or may not have brought anything.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Allegedly.
So allegedly.
Allegedly, I asked the caretaker. I could just straight say it. I asked the caretaker because I'm a good friend, and he allowed me to take them home. But I can tell you that I've never experienced anything weird from them.
They're probably scared of you.
They shouldn't be. I'm a very nice guy. I'm very friendly.
He's a nice dude. He's like the last person that you'd be scared
They're
of.
probably like, he knows a lot of shit about us. We need to just leave him alone.
Yeah, don't talk about logs around them.
I wish my camera was working because I finally have my closet cleaned out. I show you guys my haunted clown doll.
No.
Ooh, I love those.
Decon,
you remember? Okay, send it to me.
I sent you a picture because I finally got it cleaned out and I have access to them. It's pretty easy access. The fucking case weighs 35 pounds. So
a cage?
A case.
Yeah, it's a very elaborate case built out of like freaking hardwood and acorn nuts. Like the whole roof is nothing but acorn shells.
See, that's cool. So this clown doll, what is it made out of?
Ceramic.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I like that.
No.
See, and those were worth so much money. So yeah, of course you would. You know what's interesting is you would build the doll first, and then they built the case for it.
Well, actually, I have tried to get rid of this doll a total of 6 times.
I'll take it.
And every time I do, something comes up, and I cannot get rid of it.
Yeah,
can you imagine?
Object.
Here's the crazy thing: my brother is chlorophobic. He is deathly afraid of clowns. He wants me to put the clown doll in his room.
Oh, that's not good.
It tells me there's something attached to it that's playing on his fears. But anyways, we're not here to talk about the clown doll. We're here to talk about EVP anyway, right? So
Yeah,
all right, let's check this one out.
Let's not talk about RuPaul and all that. Wait, is that the EVP?
Are the voices investigators or?
I heard it. So can I ask, would you be willing to just kind of clip that piece of audio and send it to me so I can analyze that? Because I can hear it, but I can't hear it clearly.
Yeah, I can try. I've never.
Oh, you don't have to do it right now. Just
we can do it. We can do it later. What else you got? I wonder if those are the investigators or is that the EVP? Because that's pretty clear.
No, those are voices of the investigators. I reckon.
Okay, I was going to say
it was whatever was being bounced.
You can hear like the sound of an old rubber ball getting thrown against the wall and then bouncing.
That's what I heard.
Oh, I thought it was somebody laughing. I was going to say, all right.
No, I could tell the voices were too clear. They didn't have the staticky sound that I would typically look for, but I did hear the sound of what sounded like something hitting the wall.
It's the ghost of a meth head.
All right, let's check. See if this one.
They played music.
Video.
Jungle.
You know what? I've actually encountered music before on an investigation.
Wait, what was it?
The Ponce de Leon Fountain of Youth Park in St. Augustine, Florida. I was invited in to investigate the claims of Native American spirits, and I caught EVP of ceremonial drums playing beats.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard about that either.
I was expecting something to be like, and if you hear this EVP right here, rewind it. It's like, murder was the case that they gave me. You know, it's like,
you know, Decon, you know, from my time in Alabama, I've been all over the place. You know, I've been to St. Augustine, Florida. I did the St. Augustine Lighthouse. I did the Ponce de Leon Fountain of Youth Park. I did the Oldest Jail. I did Sloss Furnaces. I did Bryce Mental Institution in Tuscaloosa. I did the Lizzie Borden House.
I kind of want your life right now.
I actually slept on the floor in the spot where Mrs. Borden's body was discovered.
Stop it right now. What did you feel and what happened?
Nothing happened the whole night.
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, did you get the experience that Zach Baggins wanted?
No.
Really?
For the record, anyone involved in this chat, if you don't have me on Facebook, please feel free to add me, and I will tell you about my experiences. I have a lot more. I don't want to focus this podcast on myself because it's not about me.
Dude, you can do whatever the hell you want. Really quick. So you have a very interesting story. I think you told it the very first time that you were on the show. It was about a voodoo doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell that story really quick.
So, oh god, it freaking makes the hair like if my camera was active right now, I could show you my arms and my hair standing up on end.
All right, I'm take my pants off. Okay.
My hair is
I would prefer you didn't, Decon. I prefer you just keep the pants on, brother.
Okay, all right.
Why are you like this?
So I am Wiccan. I have family ties to the Salem witch trials. I had a great, I think it's like 8 greats grandmother that was tried and found guilty through the Salem witch trials. I made a voodoo doll because I thought a friend of mine had wronged me, and I was right, he did, but I never actually used it. Crazy thing, my dog, who was a pit bull, she was 16 years old, which is relatively old for a pit bull. She climbed onto my bed one night, went to sleep, and she couldn't control her facilities, and she ended up taking a piss in my bed. So I washed all my blankets and sheets and stuff, and the next night, I was like, Stormy, you can't sleep in here, honey. Like, I'm sorry, you can't be peeing on my bed.
Oh.
She died that night.
Oh.
So obviously I felt horrible, but now I realize looking back at it, she was sleeping in the room to protect me because I had made a voodoo doll, and the night after she died, I started feeling tugging on my blanket at the foot of my bed. And after about 30 minutes of tugging, I finally was like, Stormy, you need to go to sleep. I have to go to work in the morning. And I kind of kicked my foot back, which I guess could be considered animal abuse because I was kicking the dog. But then it clicked to my head.
Allegedly.
Yeah, my foot hit something solid. But if my dog had died that previous morning, what the hell did my foot hit?
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, creepy.
Oh, shit.
And I heard a voice say my name that did not sound human.
Nope. All the way nope.
Yes,
nope.
And after about what seemed like an hour, but it was probably 10 or 15 minutes, I finally mustered up the balls because I knew nothing about the paranormal other than what I read in books by then. I rolled over, grabbed my flashlight, turned it on. I knew Stormy wasn't there, but my closet door was wide open.
Why is it always the damn closet?
And I am OCD about having my closets closed. I'm OCD about doors, period. If I'm in a house and the room is not being occupied, I require the door be closed.
Thank you.
And I hate my room that I sleep in right now because I have a little fucking gnome door over there, and that thing freaks me out.
Dude, those are cool. A gnome door. They're
A
like,
gnome door?
yeah. You're
an
talking about those
alcove.
you're talking about those little tiny doors, right?
Yes, it's a tiny door that opens up and leads to an alcove.
Jesse,
But anyways,
it's a you-size door.
Thank
So-
you.
it was shortly after that I started experiencing very strange things. In me and my logical mind, I traced it back to, you know what? The rule of return. What you do unto others will return to you tenfold.
Oh.
Mhm.
Heard
And
that
so
term in a long
I
time.
was thinking maybe the voodoo doll that I made for this person who wronged me, maybe that's what's coming back on me because maybe they actually didn't wrong me. So I went to
Snap.
grab the voodoo doll from the shelf that I put it on so I could discard it properly, and it was gone.
Of course it is.
And even with moving out of that house and we packed everything, we never found it.
You have not seen it since?
Never.
The wall.
If your camera was on and you get up and like, hold on, guys, and it's like stuck to your back, it's like holding onto your shirt.
I would fucking hate that because I would probably shit my pants and that would be embarrassing.
You know what's interesting is the thing with voodoo dolls is they believe that if you make one and you're not using it, you have to get rid of it because that when you make one, a lot of people are like, well, if you make it for the wrong the reason why you make it, like originally they were made out of wood, right?
It's the intent put in.
Yes. So when you make one, like you have so much negativity towards it that as you're making it, you put so much of that energy into one place. But if that energy doesn't go anywhere, well, guess what happens? If you don't use it and you have it around, that energy stays there. And if you're having a bad day, if you're like, fuck, like I feel like an idiot, I can't believe, and that negativity begins to build, guess what's reacting and guess what's spreading around that environment?
And that's exactly what I think what was going on because when I created that doll, I had a bunch of negativity in my heart. And now that I look back at it, should I have been that salty, I guess? No, I wasn't a sailor. I don't know about salt and dealing with the fucking shit. But let me tell you, like when I made it, like I was an extremely depressed and angry person. And I think that came back on me tenfold because of what I experienced.
Hey, I imagine you making that voodoo doll like as an emo kid, and it's like, tonight will be the night that I will fall for you, whatever the hell, over again, and you're building that damn doll.
No. Actually, I was listening to Mudvayne's first album when I made it.
Yes.
Even better. I'm sad.
It's just the same thing with spells.
As a matter of fact, the song I was listening to was I was listening to Dig on repeat.
Yep, that'll do it.
And now
I love that whole album though. The whole album is great.
Oh, damn it.
A lot better than the song Decon was singing. God.
Okay.
Agreed. Decon, you strike me as the type that would just randomly bust out with Taylor Swift.
Right?
Yeah, you never know. I'm one of those people that are
Taylor Swift in front of me because she's the Antichrist.
No, dude, I'm not gonna sing that. Are you kidding me? I'll curse this whole damn podcast. Anything around me will turn into a voodoo doll. Everything around me turn into a blow up voodoo doll.
Yeah, she watches this. And next thing you know, she's making decon.
Yeah, imagine that, just haunted blow up doll, just like staring at me.
She's gonna write a song about decon.
Exactly.
Look, Decon.
She already looks like a blow up doll.
If a haunted blow up doll showed up in front of you, at least you get some action, right?
You can't let it go to waste. I mean, it's like when someone gives you. It's like when somebody bakes you a pie and you don't like that type of pie, and you're like, well, you know what? They made it. I might as well eat it. You know?
Exactly.
You know, oh, damn it.
I'm sorry, we got way off topic
Well,
here.
yeah, I don't. What is this episode about? Voodoo Doll? We're talking about Taylor Swift. Yeah.
All right.
How much does Taylor Swift look like Zena LaVey?
Who?
I don't
Zena LaVey, Anton LaVey's daughter.
Who
You
the
look
fuck is that?
exactly
I don't know
alike.
who that is.
You don't know? All right. After the show, guys. After the show, look up Zena LaVey and Taylor Swift next to each other.
You know what? Yeah, we'll do that after the show. But anyways, back to the topic because we got way off topic there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Pitbulls.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love off-topic conversation because you just never know where a podcast is going to go. But still,
What if, really quick before we go back to the EVP, what if this whole time you're talking about Pitbull the singer and there's like some bald Hispanic guy in your bed? Anyways, so.
Oh my God.
All right.
if I wake up to a bald Hispanic guy in my bed, I mean, I guess the rules of prison apply, right?
Sorry, man. I guess
that
that was my
like, no.
that was my way. That was my way of saying like, hey, dude, we should have a sleepover, but never mind. All right.
I almost said that.
Play-
I was like,
Play the EVP. Play the EVP. Who cares?
All right, this is at a local bowling alley here called Tough Guy Lanes. This place sounds like it was just really active.
mhm.
Is that place still in operation?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
still
okay.
there.
Okay. Don't look at what it says.
That's fucking clear.
That is really clear.
Whoa. All right.
So when he said, "Don't look at what it said," I covered my eyes, and what I heard, and I don't know who this person is. I heard Chase. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is crazy. Play that shit again.
I got
Yeah,
it.
play
That's
one more time.
very clear. That is bar none a Class A EVP.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
That is so fucking
I'm hearing something okay, I hear Chase. I'm either hearing I'm sorry or Chase. It's all right.
I could see
But
that.
I'm a little drunk. Play it again.
It's
Play it
valid.
again.
Yes, no. Go ahead and play the audio. Chase, I'm sorry. You can hear the S
Here,
at
I'm
the beginning.
sorry.
You can hear the S at the beginning, and you can hear the Y at the end. There's definitely Chase, I'm sorry. Look, I 100% agree with that EVP.
Yeah.
Damn. I hear a T, but again, like I said, I'm a little drunk. You hear things when you're drinking.
You
Jeff
do.
is
And
feeling
you know what?
something, I can tell.
Brother, I'm drinking too, and I heard that shit clear as day. So whatever you're drinking is stronger than what I got.
Time out, Jess. What's going on with you right now?
I'm okay. It's yeah, a lot.
That's crazy. Is there more?
Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
There's more to
Is there-
untie to that.
Yeah. Is there
oh yeah.
messy
There's-
Jessie?
Mhm.
Is there
She's feeling
she's
it right
our
now.
So look,
she's
I can't,
our medium.
I cannot read your names. So I know Decon. I don't know the rest of you.
Okay. But you're not here for the end? I'm kidding. So we have there's Decon, Messy Jessie, raise your hand. Ashley Oracle, raise your hand.
Okay.
Dirty
Hands,
Birdie,
hands.
raise your hand.
Okay, yep. I know I know Birdie. I didn't know the other two. Okay, that's why I was
Okay. If you believe in telekinesis, raise my hand.
Oh look, he drank. That's what I told
oh,
him.
shit. You raised that motherfucker quick. But anyways, continue. Let's see what else you got.
All right. Here
I'm
we
curious now. I'm in the zone. Yeah,
Can someone fall down the stairs?
so for me, it was so quick that it could have been a yell. But if you're inside of a bowling alley, you really don't know what kind of noises that the mechanics make when the bowling alley is not active.
Play
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
There's
Around
all
here-
many variables there.
yeah, around
I do
here.
hear
That
a yell.
first one
I
was-
do hear
First one
something.
was clear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So around here, with the weather changing as fast as it does, I mean, metal and rubber and wood and all that stuff that can bend and make all sorts of noises. So I don't know what that was. I
Well,
thought it was
to me, it almost sounds like one of the mechanics in the back of the bowling alley that's like moving the balls and the pins and stuff. It almost sounds like
And
it's
that was
maybe
my
like
thought.
doing a little
yeah,
swing.
I was thinking it was a
Oh.
pin setter.
I
See,
thought you were
that
gonna say
was
like
my thought.
the-
If
the
someone-
mechanic from the bowling alley sat on one of his nuts or something.
You know,
Ah!
little back area. You throw the ball, it goes into the back, and it goes up and goes whoop.
Yeah, it goes around.
it goes, whoop. Could you do that
Yeah.
again?
Little
please?
whoop,
Do the sound again, please.
Yeah.
Um,
whoop.
Do the sound again. It goes, whoop.
Goes
Fucking sounded like that chick or the old dude that used to freaking do Monday Night Football. Where he's all like, whoop.
That was the best compliment ever.
not
I
John
wasn't making
Madden.
fun of you, by
Not,
the way.
not John Madden, right?
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't
there we
John
go.
Madden.
And
It was
it's
the other guy, like the
ball to-
heavyset guy. Like I can't remember
pass
his
the ball
name,
to
but he
Brett
was like,
Favre.
whoop.
There you go. Brett Favre. I wish I could date him. There you go. It's Brett Favre. He's such a beautiful man. And there we go. And football. Anyways.
So y'all heard it here
Gonna
first.
call?
Decon wants to date Brett Favre.
Oh, well, let's get him on the line.
Let's do it. He
I'll
can
see what
play
I
a
can
game with
do,
a
but
broken
I'll see
ankle.
if I can hook you up. I don't know if I have that kind of
Oh.
connection, but I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thanks.
But
Thanks,
let's
man.
carry on. Let's carry on with
and
the
a dog.
Thanks.
let's carry on with the EVPs.
That sounds mechanical to me. Like a clink.
I would say that sounds mechanical to me, but if you listen to it closely, it almost sounds like the word ball.
Mm,
But it also depends on how old the bowling alley is, because
Yeah.
if the bowling alley is a newer bowling alley, then they have an automated system. If the bowling alley was done in like the 1920s or 1930s, they had
You had a
people
ball guy.
stationed in the back. They had a ball guy.
Yeah. And that's what they would yell, right? Ball. And they would like throw it back.
They would yell ball.
Yeah.
So that would honestly depend on the time frame that the bowling alley was built. 'Cause
You know
I
what was
hear ball.
interesting? Yeah, so back in those days, they would. So that job has got to suck because you had to keep an eye on all these areas where the ball would come through. You would have to grab the ball, take a big piece of like leather, and as soon as the ball dropped in, you shook it because you polished it.
Shook it.
And yep, you shook it up, you polished it up, and then threw it back. And then
Yep.
yeah, you either shouted ball when you received it, or shouted ball to let them know that you're
Yes.
throwing it back.
So,
it's coming
so
back.
that's what I'm hearing here. I'm hearing the word ball.
yeah, I don't know when that place was built. All I know is that it's been around.
I'm trying to Google it right now.
So could you do me a favor? Could you go back and play that? So now that I've said that, and just to let everyone, what I want you guys to do is close your eyes when he starts playing the audio, right? And listen
Yeah, let's do that.
closely. What you're gonna hear, I swear to God, what you're gonna hear is the word ball. And if this was built before the 1970s, when they implemented the automatic ball system, you're gonna have the people in the background polishing the balls and sending them up. And the typical
And sending them
keyword
back.
for a ball coming back would be ball.
Those guys had
it
some
actually
monster forearms.
says it has resided in the building that it has been in since the 1970s. So, possible.
Did they have the ball guy in the 1970s? Well, it also depends on
Yes.
the area. A lot of
Yes,
people were not switching over to.
the automated ball system was not invented until the mid 1970s.
Well,
So it is
That's
very
cool.
possible. But I want him to play this again and close your eyes, and I want you to listen to what's being yelled. I hear the word ball.
Jeez. I'm sorry.
Well, that one I heard, Chase. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one's good.
I hear it.
Huh.
It could be.
It's very quick. Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
So, yeah. Around here, I mean, like back on the East Coast from where you are, like you get the more modern stuff. It takes Idaho at least 10 to 20 years to catch up. So it's quite
Mhm.
Oh,
possible
easy.
that they were still doing it by hand.
They very well could be. But that's exactly what I'm hearing, and that would be the call out to someone that was working in the back end of the bowling alley after someone threw that. Would be the ball comes in, it strikes the pins, ball, you pick it up, you polish it, you send it out to shoot.
Okay.
Wow.
I
Okay.
love that EVP actually.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. This is good stuff. Okay, really quick. I gotta address this. Messy Jesse, are you feeling a lot of like feelings or some type of energy
I
coming
think
off? Because
she
ever
is.
since we started this, I think that I felt like it's like heavy. Like
It
someone
is
put a
very
backpack
heavy.
on you.
Yeah, very heavy. Whoever the chase, I'm sorry, is a spirit that's coming through to somebody, a son or something, that he was telling him, I'm sorry. There's something that happened before his death.
Oh.
You think it's
So
you think it's intelligent, or you think it's like residual? It's intelligent,
Oh, it's
right?
intelligent.
It's
It's
intelligent.
intelligent. It's not connect. It's connected with the building, as well as somebody who frequently goes there or owns the building.
yeah,
Dude,
no,
that's
Here's
giving me chills right now.
I agree. It's definitely intelligent.
here's a
My curiosity would be: is there anyone tied to the building that maybe had a child named Chase?
No, it's an older one. It's a
You
it's
think?
it's older. It's somebody in the teens.
Okay. Well, when I say a
Yeah.
child, I'm not necessarily meaning like
I mean, like
per
it's a little
se like
kid.
a child. I'm talking about like the teenage years.
Yep.
I may
Being
have
cold
worded
now.
that. Also, I do not claim to be psychic because I'm not psychic whatsoever.
Either.
It was just kind of like something that you had said that kind of triggered a thought in my head, so I wanted to ask.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder. This is what I wonder. Okay. I wonder if maybe someone from the team that was investigating, like, are they related to this person that's saying, like, Chase, like, hey, this guy passed the message, or could have been he sees people and he's like, hey, when I was around, Pocatello was pretty small, so why don't you tell Chase? You know, and they're like, I don't know who the hell that is. You know, but
Unless
you know what I
someone
mean?
from the
Ask.
team is tied to the building, then no.
There's
I
a lot
agree.
of history with where the area that is this particular building is in.
Yeah.
So much history.
So
Yeah,
where
there's
is Pocatello exactly?
Idaho. No, I'm kidding.
Idaho.
It's in
Idaho.
the southeast corner of Idaho.
So
Yeah.
have you guys ever been to the Villisca Axe Murder House?
Not yet.
Not
Not
That's
yet.
on my bucket
to.
list.
It's
I'd
on
like
my
to go to
bucket list
Waverly
too.
Hills too. So
Yeah, Waverly Hills in Kentucky, absolutely a bucket list. Now I was just curious. I've never researched where that town was, so I just wanted to ask.
No, Pocatello sucks, dude.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
does fucking
Pocatello's
Newport,
also-
New Hampshire.
Pocatello is also a really big
The
paranormal
Shire.
hotspot for everything.
Oh, so you know what? Maybe we can do a reverse collab. I'll come to your town, you come to mine, because there's not a single building in this town that does not have a historic marker.
I have an
Dude,
auntie
let's
that
do-
lives over there in New Hampshire.
As a matter of
Yeah, I
fact,
mean-
but when
I
me
don't know
and my
New
ex
Hampshire at all.
when me and my ex were looking to buy a house, we actually looked at buying the house that the person who wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb lived in.
Oh, that's
That's
actually kind
interesting.
of cool.
There's a historic marker on the front lawn, everything. So I kind of felt
wow.
like, you know what? The traffic might not be worth it, but we have a secret hotel room right off of our freaking master bedroom and a full attic that has 6 bedrooms in the attic.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
little
Ooh.
hell yeah.
questionable.
I mean, I felt like the
mean,
asking price was worth it, but she was like, yeah, we don't want to do that. So instead, we opted out for a house that was built 70 years earlier, and it was built in 1908.
that's
Okay.
So
Yeah.
pretty freaking old.
it's all.
Yeah.
I no longer live there now. I currently live in a house that was built in 1845.
Oh,
That's so
that's
cool.
freaking amazing.
Well, you got me beat. My house.
And
was
my
built in
bedroom window overlooks a cemetery that has graves that date back to 1820.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Oh.
Sucks.
Do you ever watch like any interesting activity going on in the cemetery? Or
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've never really looked, but for Christmas, I got a parabolic mic.
what's that?
Ooh.
It's the dish that amplifies
The,
the
Mhm.
audio. So let me tell you, I took this
You
thing
know
out
the
and
big
tried it.
round thing?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
took it out and tried it the
That's
day
that
after I
bacon
got it,
juice.
and I was pointing it up at the horse farm up the road from me, and I heard her and her husband having an argument like it was right next to me.
Oh, shit.
Damn it, Jolene! I gone and tell you, damn devil woman.
No, he was asking her why she didn't tie up the horses when it was time to tie up the horses so they could feed. I felt it was wrong if I walked up there and said, because you didn't fucking think of it, dude.
Yeah. Well.
That'd have been a little rude, you know. Plus, they
Well.
would probably get thought I was
Sounds
spying
like
on them.
fantasy room.
Yeah. Well, you
But
know
yeah,
the
so
old
no,
saying.
I have the parabolic mic, and I'm gonna put it out of my window. I'm gonna hook it up to a recording device, and I'm gonna record the cemetery while I sleep.
Yeah,
There you
dude,
go.
you might catch some non-ghosts doing some weird stuff at cemeteries. That kind of stuff goes down.
Oh,
yeah.
I can tell you right now, across the street from me, there's a bunch of fucking crack deals that go down. I know that happens.
Oh, I bet.
Well,
Um,
yeah.
But anyways,
back to
we're getting off track, guys. We're getting off
Yeah.
track. Beacon, you know
And-
me. I'm a fucking straightforward guy. So let's please continue on with what we're
Dude,
with the
I'm-
task.
dude, I'm not. And we got like I think 10 minutes.
Well, 10 minutes is 10 minutes of audio that we can review.
Dude, let's do it. Women, you can't live with them. You can't get your laundry done without them.
I am not a woman. I love you, brother.
Not you.
Did someone fall down
Not
the
you, man.
stairs? Did someone fall down the stairs? Did someone fall down the stairs?
Yeah, the help was clear.
That sounds like a cat to me.
Play it
Sounds
again.
machinery to me.
No, that sounds like help. It's
It sounds like a machine. You can hear the click before it goes.
I'm on the
I get
fence.
close. Okay, play it again. It sounds very far away, actually. Like somebody
It
was
does.
somebody
It does.
in the basement with somebody in the attic. Like I don't mean a human, but I mean did something happen where it sounds kind of muffled, but it sounds like help.
It does sound like help, but it does sound very far away as well.
Maybe that's why they were yelling help, because maybe they were up there by themselves and there was people moving or something happened. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I get
And
what
if
you're
it's
saying
me-
100%.
If it's mechanical, did something catch that
So-
person? Did something, you know?
So is this available on YouTube? I think that's kind of where you're pulling it from, right?
Yes, sir.
Would you have any issue with me pulling clips from your YouTube and running them through my audio analyzer that I invented?
Invented.
You would
Yes.
probably have to talk with Colleen about that, because this is her channel.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just asking. So I've not released a program yet, but I invented a program that can break down EVP into human vocal rates.
That's amazing.
Dude, that's cool.
So
I'm
I
sure.
know whether or not what I'm capturing during an investigation is actually human voices as far as physical contamination from a person to a spirit voice, because a spirit voice is going to fall inside, or a human voice, I'm sorry, it's going to fall inside of the human vocal range. A spirit voice is going to fall outside. Now, here's the thing. A human voice can fall outside of the human vocal range if you're trained to sing an opera.
I
Oh.
did not know that.
But
Yeah, because
not
you're
many
pushing with your
people are.
diaphragm, ain't you?
Yes. So I
Okay.
have created a program that can break down into the megahertz as far as when it comes to EVPs that I've captured. That's how I solidify my EVPs.
Gee, that's cool.
You know, talk to Colleen. I bet she'd be really interested in that program and with these EVPs to get a.
Yeah, I've not yet marketed it yet because it's still in the experimental phase. But what I can tell you is the results that I've gotten from it so far are pretty fairly accurate.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
All right, let's get back to this.
All right. Okay, we got one more, guys, and then we got to close the show. That's crazy if you don't think that sounds like help.
No, it definitely says help. Definitely. It's female too.
Yeah, it sounds like a young woman or a girl, like a young girl.
Oh, I want to hear this one. That's fucking clear.
Wow, that sounded dirty.
That's
Play it
very
again.
clear.
That is clear. That is by far a class A.
Wow.
Yeah, that's creepy. Okay.
It actually sounds like someone whispering. You know.
They, some of them do. I hear whispering.
It actually sounds like someone whispering. You know.
They, some of them do. I hear whispering.
Oh.
That one's
Did they-
hard to tell which is which.
Yeah, who's talking in that one?
That was one of the investigators, and as soon as she was done speaking, then it spoke over the spirit box.
And then a
Okay.
whisper. Is that whisper? That could have been me. Like, can you pass me the vodka? You know, it's like as we're investigating. All right,
Yeah,
last one, guys, because we gotta go.
But in the same standpoint, Decon, if you were not there in person, right, you have to look at the evidence presented. You could speculate all day long that maybe you whispered, right? And I am a firm believer in tagging your recorder. If you whisper, you tag it. You say, if you heard that, I whispered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
But
do
here's
that
the
too.
thing. In the heat of the moment, sometimes you may or may not forget to do that. It does happen. And that does cause false EVPs, but that doesn't mean the false EVPs are done on purpose.
Yeah.
It does happen. Like, you have no idea how many investigations that I have been on with my team where I have had to drill into them because I caught a piece of audio that I really couldn't explain. And when I played it back, and he was like, oh, well, that was me. Well, why didn't you fucking tag it?
Yeah, why didn't you say it? But like you said, in the heat of the moment, it's kind of hard because people are excited. People, yeah.
It is. So you
right.
kind of have to take it as a first-hand account as he's presenting the evidence as it is. We're giving outside views, right? But we have to look at it this way. We weren't there in person, so we have to give perfectly objective views in a respectful manner.
Yeah. I would just say, like, I was just really tired.
No,
okay, last one,
just
guys.
Putting it out that way. That's all.
All right, last one.
Really quick at the end. Really quick. It is really quick at the end. If you did not hear that, then Birdie, I would recommend taking that into, so the program I use is called WavePad, okay? Take that into WavePad don't do any form of, as far as noise cancellation or anything. Just slow it down a little bit. Because it was there. It said, I'm scared, is what I heard.
I heard it too.
But for people out there that are not well versed in the paranormal, maybe slowing it down a little bit might help them. Now, yeah, you're going to get the criticism of if you slowed it down a little bit, then you probably manipulated the audio.
Payback speed.
But here's my recommendation. Most phones have screen recording now, right?
Yeah.
Screen record, if you can download the audio to your phone. Screen record the fact that all you're doing is manipulating the audio to slow it down. That solidifies the EVP you're capturing through visual perception.
I would go 0.5.
45.
Yeah.
For that one, I would say 37 to 45 would be probably about accurate.
Oh,
man, sorry guys, my earbuds.
No, I'm sorry if I bored you guys. I'm just throwing out my.
No.
No. This is super interesting.
I slowed it down on the player. Let's see what we hear.
There you go.
See, that's fucking clear.
That's it right there.
Crazy. Oh my God.
That is completely clear. No audio cleanup needed. I heard the words, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was good.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to.
That's
close out
fine.
the show 'cause we're kinda
So can I
overtime
say
here.
something? Can I say something to Birdie real quick?
Yes, sir.
If you ever need to reach out and ask me for advice or whatever, I mean, I've got 18 years experience in the paranormal field. I do a lot. If you guys ever need any kind of help as far as audio analyzation or anything, man, I'm here for you.
Sweet.
I've got your back. We're a paranormal community. We're not a paranormal one person. It's a community.
I agree. Thank you.
Love that.
I'm all about helping out
boy.
each other in the
Yeah,
community.
we all should, man. We all should. Besides helping Decon because he threatened to unzip his pants, and I don't think I agree with that.
Hey, man.
I'm fucking with you, brother. I'm fucking
It's
with you.
just something we deal with every Thursday. It's just,
It's okay. Look, man.
Whatever.
I greatly enjoy talking to everybody here, and let me tell you guys. I will offer my full expertise in the paranormal. 18 plus years. You guys need help? Do not hesitate to reach out.
Will do.
I will reach out
Yeah.
right now.
Please, by all means. I cannot guarantee I respond tonight because I got to be to work at 4:30 in the morning. So staying up this late is kind of like a no-no for me. But I will respond to you first thing in the morning when I get to work. And I promise you this, man. I will help you guys in any way that I can. I'll push your brand. I'll push your product. I think you guys do great work. As far as I can tell from the audio that I heard, besides maybe one clip, it was all pretty clear.
Nice.
Yeah. So, dude, we can talk about next time. We could talk about having that sleepover.
I don't want to sleep over with you, Decon.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
well.
You know what?
Well,
Under one condition,
yeah.
you're the little spoon.
Oh my God.
Deal. Oh,
Well, this got
all right,
personal.
guys. This was a great. Are you okay?
I'm sorry.
It's got personal.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. This was a great episode. Holy shit, this was a really good episode. So, you got anything you want to plug, brother?
You know what, man? For me, this episode was not about me. It was about,
Sleepovers.
not sleepover. But you know what?
Oh.
Whatever. If anyone wants to find me, you can find me on TikTok at Static Voices. You can find me on YouTube at Static_Voices. You can find me on Twitter at Paranormal Nate. You can find me on Facebook at Nathan Elwell. Same thing on Instagram. I've really got nothing else other than that, to be honest.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Well, this was an exciting episode, and you guys check out the Patreon. Still out there, maybe? Is it out there still, or are we done with that?
We're done.
Oh, never mind. Jeez, I'm so used to it. You guys can check out my art over at TeePublic. What is it? NRS. Buy a shitty shirt, you know, a shitty mug. Check out my art.
Decon, before we end this, would you ever be interested in traveling to New Hampshire?
Dude, this might be the year of road trips. So yes.
So I'm putting on a Paracon in October. I would love to have you come and live stream my Paracon on your podcast.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I have a bunch of guest speakers coming. I have a lot of great vendors. And if you have merch, you get a free vendor table.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna wear my Speedo.
I don't give a fuck what you wear.
Oh God!
But I want to throw out the offer that if this comes to fruition, that it's going to be a lot of great speakers. It's going to be a very decent event. But if you are in the area and you want to stop by, then you're more than welcome to. You have a free vendors table. You can live stream it on your podcast. You can do whatever.
That's pretty
All right,
badass.
hell yeah, dude. That's gonna be awesome. Well, all right, guys. This was a great episode. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to always look both ways, especially if you find yourselves on Nightmare Road.
All right, everybody.
This is